soggy start to your Wednesday morning. Let's say good morning to Winston right now, taking a look at some of the headlines in the online world this morning. What's going on?
Yeah, good morning. One of the biggest stories we're tracking this morning is Hailo. So we've seen these taxi cab apps in Toronto. We've seen Uber. We've seen Hailo. Well, for some reason, Hailo is deciding to close down shop in North America. So if we can pull this up.
Well, I think Uber, they really have quite a foothold. Right now.
Uber has quite a foothold, and they have significantly more cities than Hailo. But you can see these are some of the cities that they're operating in right now: Chicago, Boston, Atlanta, Montreal, and Toronto are their two Canadian operations. So they're closing down in North America, including Montreal and Toronto. There was some talk that they were going to try to kind of franchise license it out, but unfortunately that is not going to happen. So another one bites the dust. I don't know.
By the way, tried the Uber X.
And?
Wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
Uber X is the one where just plain civilian cars and civilians can become cab drivers. I think they have to meet certain standards. As long as they can keep up that standard, I don't know. It may be the revolution of the taxi industry continuing.
And I will say there was a lot of concern over, people saying that, everyday people like you and I can just get in a car and operate. But there is a really stringent process to become an UberX driver. So it's an interesting, it's an interesting look at how that business works, and we'll see whether that becomes successful. But they're really.
I gotta say, I've been in much worse cabs.
Yeah, that's true. So and you really do get to see the day-to-day stories, and they really do talk to you. So it's an interesting interaction between the driver and the passenger as well. Another story we're following this morning too is the October 16th, tomorrow's event Apple is holding. They're holding another product announcement. This time they're focusing on the iPad and Mac. So we're expecting another iPad Air being announced. They're also expecting some new computers being announced. So iPad's fingerprint Touch ID, they're going to be putting those, or likely putting those into those devices. They're saying a gold iPad. So they're really aligning the iOS devices from iPad to iPhone, and then they're saying new computers as well, but potentially including iMacs and Mac Minis. So,
by the way, still not a fan of iOS 8. There's still a lot of bugs in there, a lot of bugs. You got to keep watching for your updates in the App Store, but still, I'm finding a lot of my apps crashing constantly, and sometimes I can't even get into an app.
And I had some issues with my Apple TV actually at home, and I gave the Apple folks a call, and they were actually, their support system is good, and they're logging all of these bugs and trying to fix them as quickly as possible. But yeah, there's still many.
So we're looking for 8.0.2. Three. Yes,
2 is out right now.
2 is out, yes.
And one last thing really quickly is Dropbox.
Which I use a lot.
Dropbox, a lot of people use, and people were saying that they were hacked yesterday. Over 7 million alleged username and passwords were allegedly leaked yesterday, but Dropbox said that did not happen. So, but you know what?
Change your password.
Whether you were hacked or not, it's a good idea to change your password. This story's been out on the internet for a little bit yesterday. It's a good idea to change your password. Log into Dropbox, Google Drive, whatever cloud service you're using. There is a risk there, so just good habit to change your password every once in a while.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's go upstairs. Here's Russ Holden.